guys. It's so great to be up here, and I see a lot of my friends that we've been going through this now for almost 4 years. Hi. Hello. It is really good to see all of you out here. And, you know, I've heard people say that, what are you guys accomplishing getting together and having these rallies like this? I think we accomplish a lot. I think that we get together, we're rallying, we share ideas. But it's true, it's not enough. It really is. And I want to share with you today what you can do to be even more effective to get this Second Amendment more secure for our country. And it's going to take work. I used to tell people, well, you got to be involved on your own level. Do what you can do, you know, and everybody has their own amount of time that they can dedicate. So if you can only dedicate a little bit of time, that's okay. I'm changing that tune today. You have to be involved on a daily basis. You have to. How many of you out here are not registered to vote? Dare you to raise your hand. Over here, will you hold those up? Get registered to vote. If you're not voting, are you part of the problem? Yeah. I hate to say it, you gotta vote. You see what's going down in Congress. You see what's gonna happen here. So you gotta be involved. So get registered to vote. That's step one. And I know you want to say, some of you, oh, my vote doesn't count, or there's the corruption, or I'm just one person. It does matter, so get registered. Second, be focused on what bills are going through. Now that I'm on the other side and looking from this direction in the House, and what happens, I've been through the first half of our session, I can tell you now for sure what works, what has influenced me when I'm looking at different bills. I get emails that say, vote no on HB 1208. Do you think I can memorize all those bill numbers that are going through? That's just the House, that's not even the Senate. So when you send an email, put in support or oppose, like I support or I oppose, or please support, please oppose, and then the bill number, and then summarize it. So our Second Amendment rights or something to that effect, because I do see them. The ones that I can, and I get hundreds, and I can tell you I haven't been able to open all of them. But the ones I see are the ones that are very specific just in the subject line, and I sort them. I have all your guys' emails that you've contacted me about our gun rights, about the Medicaid issue. I'm keeping them, and as soon as things slow down, I'm going to be replying to everybody. But they are important, and they do have an impact. But there's hundreds of them. So they are good, but what's even better than that is pick up the phone. It takes longer. But don't be a patriot of convenience. Fight hard. Pick up that phone and call each one of us and tell the secretary and say, will you please tell them that I am, especially if you're their constituent. Everybody know what constituent is. That's one of the most powerful positions in politics, is a constituent. That's you guys. I'm the constituent, and I want so-and-so to vote yes on SB 1070. Right? The Tea Party had a large impact, and so did a lot of other folks, and in lobbying that. How many of you guys out here like lobbyists?
Depends.
I want all of you guys to now be lobbyists. I designate you lobbyists. Patriot lobbyists, right? You do have an impact. So pick up that phone, call every single one of them, and tell them, and inundate them, because that's what gets their attention, are those phone calls. So, and I'm told that one phone call has the weight of about 50 people, 50 opinions. So it is good, so do that. Third, when we sit in the committee, a bill has to first be assigned to a committee and then be heard by the committee, and we vote on it. So we sit in our littler rooms, a few of us, and we look at these. We have a thing called ALIS, A-L-I-S, and we look at who signed in to speak, who signed in not to speak but has an opinion. We look at those. And I got to tell you, there's only this many people, you know, in regular font signed in. And if we had your voices in there, that would be very significant. In the House and in the Senate are kiosks. If you can't do it, you can do it from your home. You create your account, you sign in, and you can tell us, do you support it, or are you against it, are you neutral, or whatever. I'll tell you what, the lobbyists are doing it, the stakeholders are doing it, You guys can also do that. Can you imagine if all of you started barraging us with communication on particular bills? And there's some really important ones coming through. So when you go home, remember this website, AZ, like Arizona, LEG, which is actually short for legislature, leg.gov, not com, but gov for a government website, azleg.gov, and look on there for the ALICE system. Sign up and start watching bills, and please, I know it's inconvenient, but do it. You got to do this. You've got to put in the elbow grease, otherwise those who are the loudest win, basically, right? You know, and I don't want to fire you up and have things for you to chant. I want you to go home today with some good knowledge on how you can be even more effective. So those are the things you can do as far as lobbying us here down at the legislature. And that ALICE system is most important. And then the precinct committeeman was mentioned. I just want to touch on that. I'm sorry I'm making all kinds of noise on this. I just want to touch on that. A precinct committeeman, each party has one. You know, when you have your voter's registration card and you look at it, it tells you what precinct you're in. What that does is, if you get signed up as a precinct committeeman, that gives you a vote. There's about 15 in each precinct. That gives you a vote when it comes time to vote for the leadership of that particular party. And so if you don't like the leadership in the Republican Party or a Democrat or whatever else, sign up as a PC. The more of us that do that, the more we can vote in the leadership that has our conservative values, that will vote based on the planks of the party. It is really important, and you know what? We did that in 2010. We barraged them with PCs, and every single election was a landslide for the slate that we put out. So I can't emphasize enough. I know you may not like the parties, but if you don't like the parties, take them over. Right? So just go online and Google it. I don't have a particular website. There's several of them on how to become a precinct committeeman. Put in Maricopa County, whatever county you're in. You'll find the forms. Come and talk to me afterwards if you're interested. But that's a really important position. It's also getting out the vote and those kinds of things. But make phone calls to us. Send us emails. Come in and see us. Sit down with us. And sign up for that ALICE system and become a PC. Be patriot lobbyists. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Representative Kelly Townsend. Please welcome, he's an activist, he is the head of the Latino Legal Immigrant Tea Party, Art Alice.
I don't know how to turn this off, but you hit down here, you know.
I don't know.
Okay.